Let's see here. Let's get some tunes going. Check that. Perfect. Perfect. All right. What? I had an idea the other day for another drawing. So this is the last couple we've got over the last couple streams. Just some basic designs and stuff. But I want to move away from the sci-fi stuff today. So I had an idea for like a forest spirit kind of situation. So I don't want to start this out. Ooh. Okay. We'll see. Start with like a basic wireframe. Thing isn't going to have much of a face anyway, but just so I have an idea of where the rest of it is. Curve a little bit. This one a bit of an angle as well. Ribcage kind of situation. The arms are going to be at. These are way off screen, but that's fine. Okay. Yo, what up, Last T-Bender? Welcome in. How's your day going? Good. How about you? I can't complain. Can't complain. Chilling, doing some more doodles. Maybe start with like a knot. Big old fucking wood knot here. How's cats? Cats are good. Let's see. Yep, they're both just chilling on the couch. Still not entirely sure how I want to make this work. Welcome in, low profile user. And what is the character random? Or I had an idea. I was watching my wife play Liza P the other day, and one of the bosses kind of has like a kind of looks like a big wood thing like growing out of him, and how his like ethereal bits were just kind of like growing from it. It gave me an idea for like a forest spirit. So we're just kind of rolling with it. We're just kind of starting with like a big old knot in the wood here. And then just kind of have that cycle outwards. Not that song today. Sure. Why not? Yeah, I kind of want to have like this core of wood just kind of like spiraling out from the torso, and the rest of it just kind of being like this ethereal spirit kind of thing coming out of it. And hopefully I can make what my brain has come up with into reality. Let's just put down some like holy shit, words. Some guidelines here and just kind of build it out as I go. Turn to dust to gold. Even kind of mirror that one particular, like, stretch of wood here. Opposite of amnesia. Moose, what's up, buddy? Hi. Moose. Hey. Moose. Get out from behind the computer. Oi. Dickhead. Moose. Get going. Yeah, you're not allowed over there. Hey. Dickhead. Actually, maybe we'll just have this kind of loop around the back. Oops, that's not working the way I thought it would. There we go. Okay. That's a good starting point, at least for there, what I'm looking for. Because like the bulk of like the limbs and all that kind of stuff are going to be like that ethereal kind of spiritual energy, right? So it's not going to be solid. I'm going to put down a bunch of the groundwork, start doing like the rest of the spirity part of it, and then we can have like the vines and wood bits that are going to be like encapsulating it, kind of see through a little bit, or like seen through it. I mean, so I don't want this all to be mirrored like perfectly. I want this to look a little bit more organic. Spaceship. Oh, delicious. Okay. And then maybe for this bit here, to kind of mirror this part, like this kind of like shoulder thing, I could have it coming back around the back. And more like that. I kind of like that. Okay. That way I kind of know where the shoulders are at. Maybe from here we'll kind of have like a pseudo rib cage kind of thing coming up. Gonna have a line coming up there that can branch off into kind of like the neck a little bit. And then we can just kind of have branches growing out from this to kind of mimic a rib cage a little bit. Whoops. Flipped that one. I shouldn't have. It's yeah, kind of like that. I like the way that looks. It still looks kind of natural, but also really kind of morbid at the same time. Doesn't have to be perfectly like a rib cage, but similar is what I'm aiming for. 'Cause, oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader when I need her. Okay. Not really, 'cause, oh, when I need her. Okay. Okay. I think in order to kind of like get a baseline down, at least from in my brain, kind of want to start with this arm because it shouldn't impede much of anything else. So let's get rid of the harsh lines over here because it's going to be in the behind. It's going to be behind the rest of this bit, so kind of have like a bit of like a shoulder here. And it's being a spear, it doesn't have to actually look like a proper arm necessarily, right? Hard to contain it. Okay. Almost as if like Spirit is trying to imitate a humanoid form. So it's kind of like not accurate, but close. Okay. Then I kind of want to have like wispy elements of it kind of trailing off the body as well. Like it's leaking out almost. Oh, excuse me. Mm, Pick me up again. I'm too far gone. Grace, take me out of here. Take me out of here. Take me out of here. Ooh, ooh, an idea. It's kind of like an actual fist here. Maybe. Your fear subside. Like it's a big chunk of wood. And if we want to. Blame you while you flow through my veins. While we pay the price we pay. You wanna fly. Want to. You wanna fly. There we go. Kind of make it just look like a stump of wood that this thing's kind of reaching into, more or less, or growing from, whichever way we want to look at it. Because I wanted to have, like, these vine works and stuff kind of even wrapping around as well, too. These, like, tendrily bits. I think that'd be a good way to do it. 14. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. You got the music in you. Mm-hmm. Actually, maybe because this part's a little wonky, that'd be a good spot for like a branch or something to kind of be sprouting from. Like from there, and then we can have it. Give it to me now. Yeah, let's get rid of this bit here. Because it's gonna loop around for here. Then we can have this kind of come through here. Get the front, like the parts that are actually going to block everything done up first. Then I can worry about it showing through the rest of this stuff later. Okay. So I can also have more branches and stuff kind of sprouting from this too. There's no reason not to. And this can kind of come back out through the back. Ooh, hell yeah, some paint and perish. There'll be answers that you'll seek. Then it's you who reach the peak. Lift your spirit, set it free. Time you'll be. To guide you, no one to take your hand. Understanding your journey from boy to man. Lift your spirit, set it free. Someday you will soar with pride. Man in time you'll be. Teach, and you teach, and you will learn. By the ones you love. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. Man in time you'll be. Okay. Mm. Oops. Hmm. In order to show like the vine work in behind, I could just kind of like add like a weird ripple kind of situation. Like it's showing it's just like a shadow in behind, as opposed to like straight up adding an outline or something like that. Could do it that way. Okay, so then I would also need it right about there. Then doing this section here might make it a bit tougher because there's a lot more here, right? Yeah, I think that'll work for now. I might mess with that later, especially if I end up doing this one digitally too. I might mess with that a little bit. change. My eyes begin to pray. Mm-hmm. Down my face with arms wide open under the sunlight. Okay. I got the basis kind of covered, so I know what I'm looking at. Have to be. Wide open under the sunlight. Things changed. Ooh. And actually, yeah, similar to like how this is just like a chunk of wood or whatever, growing some shit out of it. I could have the feet kind of be like tree stumps. Hmm. Okay. 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 Be hard to get an angle on that. Things changed. Okay. Something kind of like that. I mean, the roots obviously aren't going to be going into the ground necessarily, so maybe I could just have the roots kind of curling up out of the way to let them, walk or something. Will fly brings tears to my eyes. This one will be more. So good to reunite. I kind of want to be able to show like the rings on this one a little bit more, so you can see more of the inner workings of the tree, I guess. And how am I going to make that work here? Okay. Then maybe, maybe we do. I'm gonna have this look like it's the bark kind of peeling away from the outside, the outer core or whatever. Hello, Loki. All right, it's time for the Loki part of the stream. You taking over? What are you doing, bud? Hi. I need to make like a stream element that I can put on like a big old like caption, be like, "Cat's taking over stream." We will be right back, kind of thing. Hi, buddy. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? Nope. He's got to lay right on the sketchbook now. What are you doing, bud? Loki, moving the camera so we can see you better. You doing, bud? Loki. Okay. Are you just about done? Come here, bud. I know, I know. Hey. Big meaty claws. Big meaty claws. Hey. Okay. Okay. I think I might make what I was talking about there. Let's make like a disclaimer thing. Cats have taken over the stream. But we'll just need just like a basic text. Yeah. New one. Move my coffee cup around a little bit. Okay. Cat warning. Font. Let's see what kind of font we want to mess around with here. Maybe some basic shit. Let's try that one actually. That's fine. Writing system. Oh, weird. Okay, that's fine. Maybe like that, and then if I can get... No, it's fine. I want alignment. Yes. Center, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Do I want an outline? Maybe? Go like that. Outline size. Nah, that color doesn't really go with the theme. Yeah, that's a little bit better. No background, that's good. Color. Could make this like fixed screen color. Take that one. Ugh. Okay, no. With the small outline, I don't like that. Let's just keep it white. And then we can just do this. Move this like over the main screen. Lock that in place. Okay, what else is not locked? Oh, you're not locked. There we go. There we go. And now we can just turn that on whenever Loki decides to take over the stream. Or Moose, because he does that too. There we go. Cool. Okay. Back to business. Let's get back to working on this weird foot thing that I have going on. Yeah, I like the idea of having the inner bit here, where you can see like the rings maybe. I'll probably add those after. But have bits of this coming off, so it looks like that it wasn't cut like perfectly or whatever, right? Yeah, okay. And then even around the back, we can have similar kind of things poking up along the back. Yeah, okay, I like that much better. Then we can just kind of have some rings in here. I'm not going to make it super crazy because if you're drawing like an accurate amount of rings for a tree, it's just going to look like a garbled mess. Okay. So from there, got these bits that come down and are onto his tendril toes, whatever the fuck you want to call this shit. Okay. Burn the house down. Nothing to say. Got bills to pay. No one to hate. Takes pills for pain. Me. Falling asleep and I can't see straight. Muscles feel like melee. Body's curled in a U shape. But I'm my best, but I'm still afraid. Wrapped up by your lies and promises. Shaping my place as life forgets. Maybe it's time I saw the world. Patience is not my style. I'm so tired that I gotta go. What am I supposed to right now? What am I supposed to do? You really think I wouldn't see this through? Still too tired to care and I gotta go. Pardon the shitty angle for a second here. Get to go home in 1 week, but I'm leaving home in 3 weeks. Throw me a bone just to pick me dry. Following suit in directions. Okay. And then from there, we can just kind of add little bits of like a bark kind of situation. Make this look more like wood. Fade away. I'm ready to live with my family. I'm ready to die in obscurity. Oh, what am I supposed to want now? What am I supposed to do? You still don't think I'm gonna see this through? Tell me I'm a part of history. Tell me I can have it all. Okay. Got a weird foot situation here. Okay. I'm not entirely sure how I want to do this part yet, other than obviously kind of branching these parts, branching these bits together a little bit. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do there. Maybe we'll just start with the other foot here. Kind of sort of like that. Doesn't need to be as tall. But maybe for this one, we'll have more of this coming up. A big old root, not. That's the word I was looking for. Kind of circling around this bit, and we can have this one be a little bit more more solid than this one. This one obviously got chopped off or broken in some way, shape, or form. So maybe this one can be more of Like almost like a kneecap, right? Okay, that looks better with that angled. I like that more. Mm-hmm. I see your face. Yeah, similarly, this part's going to be like broken off as well, but I like having this not completely symmetrical and just have like some kind of element sticking out from this one. Made that line way too dark though, so it's like impossible to fucking erase it right now, but that's fine. That's fine. Oh, things are getting sore already. It's never gonna change. It's hotter every day. It's a hell of a place. Maybe we'll do. Let's get like. Yeah, let's just erase some of this bit here. Keep a little bit of it so I know roughly what I wanted to do with it. But really like how this is turning out already. So I definitely have a problem with like imagining what I want and then putting it to paper is an entirely different beast. But this is turning out kind of how I wanted it so far. I'm liking it. Let's get rid of this like wireframe for the head and the neck. My life, my love, my sex, my drug, my lust. Oh, I'm burping like crazy from my lunch. Or breakfast, whatever you want to call it. So if I want the head to be kind of angled, right? Kind of like so. So I want to have it like this is a forest spirit, so I want to give it like antlers to make it look more woodsy, I guess, or animalistic or something along those lines. Okay. I'm gonna figure this out in my brain hole first. So maybe what we'll do, instead of, because I'm trying to figure this out and how it's gonna like come out of the core where everything else is coming from. But I think maybe the head section, just in order for it to be easier on me anyway, maybe what we'll do is we'll just draw this more. That's, how big do I want this to be too? Maybe just have this kind of free floating and like framed by the vines and stuff from the wood. I think I like that better. Because that way I can have a more defined jawline. Otherwise, the way this is all kind of ethereal, right? It would just kind of mix together. Neck and jawline would look weird. Things getting in the way. Something's just about to break. In the diary of Jane. So, maybe what we'll do is we'll start. Jane, so tell me. Start with like the antler section. Kind of like that. And then from this side to kind of make it look a little bit symmetrical, but not entirely. It needs to be a bit tighter. So it gives that illusion of it being angled, right? So, a little bit like this. Place in the diary of Jane. But yeah, don't want it to be perfectly symmetrical. In the diary of Jane. That does not look right at all. Get rid of this, start that over. And just go home right now. Around for just one more drink. Oh yeah. Just one more drink. Oh yeah. Okay, that part at least looks right. But how are we gonna mirror this bit here? Maybe? Let's toast, cause things got better. Oh, these years go by so fast, but forever. Okay. Maybe start from the underside too to make this make more sense to my brain. Kind of looks right. It's too thick though. Nope. No, I don't really like that bit. Maybe we'll just have this. Might do this similar thing, but make them more like kind of wispy, as opposed to rigid like the vines. When I feel so helpless. There we go. Then from there, we can just kind of bring the face down. Stressing you, though it leaves me open. Yeah, this also needs... Maybe that's why it's looking weird. This also needs to be a bit thicker up there. To kind of mirror the other side a little bit. Yeah, that already looks a little bit better. And then we can thicken this one out. Yeah. So then I can have like these bits kind of come up and kind of cradle where the head is. Yeah. And myself before it gets me. This kind of comes up in a straight line. So maybe I need to do a similar situation here. Means this bit needs to thin out a little bit. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. I can mess with this later. I just kind of want a bit of a baseline for that. One and done. 1 in 10. 1 in 10. I wanna be a monkey rat. Okay. 10. 1 in 10. No. No. Not like that. Okay. You didn't even include like little bits and pieces, just kind of throughout. Left at the gun, left at the gun, looked at it all. Hmm. Could even have this bit just kind of like reaching out towards something too. Maybe like all the tendrils are just kind of like spewing forth because they're not covered by something like that, maybe? Just some basic light line work so I know kind of what I'm thinking there. The next time I come back to this. Hmm. 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 Okay, and maybe from this bit, this one can actually go straight into there. Just for a little asymmetry. And then again, we get like this kind of shadowy little bloop, right? Showing the vine working behind it. At least its path. Down the street, the square street. Kind of branch that off of that one. No pun intended again. So we can show where that one's going. Kind of connect it to this one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so where do I want this one to come out? Kind of follow the angle a little bit. Maybe it's kind of coming out the same point as this one then? Kind of, sort of. Who's gonna make amends? Gonna shade that in. Boop. Okay. And then in order to kind of show it's all like one big cohesive piece, I kind of want to have a little bit coming out of here. Get things right. A new revolution. This one is alive. Watch this last one die. Although that just honestly kind of looks like more vine work. Make my way back home and I learn to fly high. Get a good look at it here. Okay, I like how this is turning out. Fly high. Okay. My hand is freaking sore again, though. So I think we're going to call her another early stream today, too. Gotta work my hands up so I can start doing longer and longer streams, but it might take a little bit. So yeah, appreciate anybody coming and hanging out, watch me doodle. I'm really liking how this one's turning out. I'm glad that, like, I had a thought and it actually kind of makes sense. So yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful night, or day, or whatever time it is for you. And I love your faces, and we will see you later.